Moving on, we have Elizabeth Onyema, a certified advanced clinical weight loss specialist from the London Health Sciences Academy and a student of public health who has been instrumental to the health journey of over 2,000 clients and has worked with Nigerians and non-Nigerians across the United Kingdom, USA, Canada, Kenya, and the Caribbean. We're expecting her to talk about how unhealthy rice is. This is a fabulous topic, and I'm sure we all want to know how unhealthy rice is. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, when I saw the topic, I'm just like, you know what? It is time for us to address this rice issue.
Yes.
Because you are reading so much online, and we don't know how far is too far or how much is too much. So let's delve right into it.
So you're very right. Rice, obviously, a very controversial topic. And I always get serious bashing every time I get to talk about rice. And then, yes, you're right also about the internet. The internet is a very porous street. You go there, you see lots of information. It can be very difficult for you to narrow down that which is true from that which isn't. Now, let's start. I would always start when I get to talk about a particular food. I love to categorize it first of all.
All right.
So we are going to categorize rice as a carbohydrate.
Yes, simple carbs.
No, as a carbohydrate first.
Okay.
So we categorize it first. Rice is a carb. Good. Now, when you talk about rice isn't so bad if you're eating the right one. Okay. Which is why we have the local rice or the polished rice. Okay. Now, for most people tend to remember or think local rice to be brown rice. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Even in Nigeria here, we have brown rice, but it's called local rice. Local rice. Yeah, when you travel abroad, it can be called brown rice. Yeah. So there is a difference, a very serious difference between the white rice or the polished rice and the local or brown rice. The fact that it's called local or brown doesn't mean that the rice has to look brown like the regular ofada. No, it could even still look white. And trust me, having worked with lots of people from different parts of the world, I have seen I've seen purple rice, I've seen red rice, I've seen different colors of rice. Yes. So, and then rice is one food that is very, it's like, and everybody in the world eats rice. Yeah. And so we have about over 100,000 different varieties of rice. Wow. Yes, even in Nigeria here alone, I have rice in my village. It's different from yours, your Yoruba. Yes, so everybody has different types. Now let's talk about, now that we've established that rice is a carb, what kind of carb is rice? Rice is a grain. Okay. So when you think about the grains, think about the oats, think about your sorghum, your millet, your fonio or acha, maize, thank you. All of them fall under grains. Now, when you want to know how good a grain is, usually all grains are made up of 3 parts. A good grain is made up of 3 parts. Okay. On the outer part of the grain, you have what we call the bran. The bran, Listen, the bran. Yes, mommy. Good. Then there is also a part in the grain called the germ. The germ, okay. The germ. And then we now have the inner part of the grain called the endosperm. Okay. This runs across all grains. Okay. And rice is one of them. Now, the difference between brown rice or local rice and white rice has a lot to do with these 3 parts I've just mentioned. Okay. Yes. Now, the bran is what has the fiber and the vitamin B content of the rice. Okay. The germ is what carries the vitamin E, or when you talk about the fatty part of the rice. Have you ever heard of rice oil? No. Really? Yes. Yeah, rice oil. Okay. Yes. It has the fatty part of the rice. Okay. Do you ever think that if I tell you that your father has oil in it, will you believe it? But it does. Okay. It does. And then the inner part of the rice is called the endosperm. And that endosperm is predominantly starch and sugar. Okay. Now, when they polish the rice, what they do is they remove the germ and the bran and sell to you only the endosperm, which contains the sugar and the starch. If we fast forward or if we go back, reverse back to 2 weeks ago when I was here, when I talked about simple carbs and complex carbs, you would now understand that when you're eating a polished rice, you're eating only the starch. It becomes a fast-burning carb. It becomes a bad carb, which can finally lead to weight gain, abdominal fat, insulin resistance, which actually is a step that leads towards diabetes. Yes, then bloating, constipation. That is what you get. Okay. But when you eat your local rice that contains the bran and the germ and the endosperm, you're now eating a complex carb. a more healthy carb. It may interest you to know that, have you ever noticed that our fada rice doesn't have a long lifespan?
Yes, it doesn't. Honestly,
and there's a reason why. And that is because the nutrients, the nutritious part of the rice, which is the bran and the germ, have a lifespan. They get spoiled in like 2 years. So the moment the germ and the bran gets bad, that entire rice is spoiled. But when they polish it, that rice can last for 15 years.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is why ofada rice is more expensive, or local rice is more expensive. What you're really paying for is the nutrients.
The nutrients that you're eating.
Indeed, the rice.
Let me cut you here.
Yes.
Now, I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of people watching. Yes. So now we pretty much understood this angle. But now, if I want to buy the local rice, what kind of rice do we categorize as the local rice?
So you're talking about, make sure you go for, in fact, it's important you have to ask over and over again. Is it polished? Once you hear it is polished, stay away. So we're talking about, in the Yoruba part of Nigeria, our local rice is the ofada rice. In the eastern part of Nigeria, they have a lot. Abakaliki rice is the most popular, but there are other ones. In the Edo part of Nigeria, we have the Ekoma rice, the Osgono rice, you know.
So you're saying the homegrown rice?
Homegrown rice, local, just removed from the husk. And then destoned is what you have to eat. Now, if you're a Weight Watcher, caution is key. Yes, it's key. Even if people who work with me, my clients, I don't allow them touch rice until they've gotten to their
desired goal. But a quick one I wanted to ask. So, you know, in the internet, you see people talk about basmati rice is healthier. So now, recently, I came across brown basmati.
Brown, thank you.
So now, talk to us about basmati rice.
Okay, now, good. And then basmati rice has a particular niche to it. They like to say that it is the best rice for diabetics.
Yes.
I refuse. I refuse, because the amount of sugar in basmati rice alone, 3 tablespoons of cooked white rice, I've said this over and over again, has about 6 to 7 cubes of sugar.
3
tablespoons of cooked rice, not raw rice, cooked. Basmati rice is even way higher. 3 tablespoons of basmati rice maybe even has close to about 8 or 9 grams of sugar, cubes of sugar. So it's not really about basmati rice. In fact, haven't you heard of aromatic rice? Jasmine rice. These are rice that you find in Thailand. So basmati rice is something that is grown in Asia. The way we have our distinct ofada rice in Nigeria. So the fact that it is basmati rice doesn't mean that it is more superior than the local ofada rice that you have here.
Oh, wow.
Never. The most important thing is that if it is a brown basmati rice, if I see the nutritional information, when I look through the back, all I need to look out for is the fiber content.
I'm getting it.
You're getting it, girl. You're getting it. So I'm a good teacher, right?
Yes.
You just need to find the fiber content. And the higher the fiber content is, as compared to the serving size. So the serving size is important. You could look and it could tell you that 1 cup of, it could say 75 grams of raw basmati rice has 4 grams of fiber. That is a good one. So it's not just about whether it is brown or white. I think I established that at the start of this talk, that the color of the rice doesn't matter. The rice, any good rice that you have to eat, if you are a Weight Watcher, if you are a healthy eater, if you're diabetic, hypertensive, high cholesterol issues, or if you're just somebody who just loves the body that God has given to you and you want to take care of yourself, it is always best for you to go for the whole grain
rice. And I think I've seen a couple of them that have it written on the label. Whole grain.
What they are trying to tell you is when you eat this rice, you're eating all the nutrients. And it is nutrients that power the human body. In fact, when I see people eating without considering nutrients, I worry for them, because everything about the human body, the way you look, everything has a lot to do with what you put in your mouth. So become a nutrient seeker. Your body deserves the best. It's the only place you're going to live in for the rest of your life. So I mean, why don't you just do the best for it? You know, like, give it the best shot. now let's break. So you're saying now that we should stay clear of polished rice and go for whole grain. I am not mincing words. I'm not bending my mouth, and I'm not trying to please anybody. Stay away from white rice. Don't say that you're staying away from white rice for yourself alone. Even for your children as well. These days, people that are 28 years, 27 years are becoming diabetic because they keep stuffing themselves with fast-burning carbs that spike their insulin levels beyond healthy levels. And the next thing you know, before the person knows what's going on, insulin resistance comes in. And insulin resistance is not something that can be, it doesn't have a symptom. So the person is going about not realizing that he's already pre-diabetic. And before you say Jack Robinson, the space between becoming pre-diabetic and becoming diabetic is just 5 points.
Oh, wow.
From 120 mg/dL to 125 mg/dL, that is pre-diabetes. The moment that person's leg moves from 125 to 126, that's diabetes already. So it is a very short and narrow gap between the two of them.
Yeah.
You can't keep eating rice Monday, Tuesday, white rice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There are other healthy foods. Okay. Explore them, eat them. And even if you have to eat rice, go for the whole grain
rice. So when you say now, just for clarification's sake, now you say white rice.
Yes.
So somebody at home watching will not say, hey, at least I have jollof in the fridge. White rice and jollof rice and fried rice.
This thing you said is very true, because sometimes I get people tell me things like, what of coconut rice? And I'm wondering, the rice, I'm not talking about the preparation.
You're talking about rice.
Yes, white polished rice. It is always written clearly on the body for you to see. When you turn and look at the nutritional information, when you look at the fiber content, it's always so minimal, abysmal, maybe 0.6. Okay. So it shows that you're not even taking any fiber at all.
You know, I'm very happy this morning that our chef did not prepare rice.
In fact.
But
like, in fact, should I say that?
You would have attacked that chef.
Things were being said for me.
On a better note, we do have breakfast for you, and it's quite healthy.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But thank you so much for this very insightful conversation. I'm sure everybody watching cannot say they've not learned to do better. I mean, for yourself and for your children and for everybody around you.
Yes.
Whole grain rice is what you should get. But let's move you over to the kitchen.
Really?
Yes, we have breakfast for you.
I can't wait then.